My advice would be to look beyond ECFA at the next set of challenges that comes afterwards. Completing something like the Economic Cooperation Framework Agreement is just a basic initial step. It gives you a level playing field with your competitors in Asia. What you do on that playing field is the hard question. What is the industrial policy for the next century? What's the competitiveness strategy? How does Taiwan take advantage of its comparative advantages once it has ECFA and build on that? I think that is the question that leadership in Taiwan needs to move the debate beyond ECFA to the tougher questions that will come afterwards.
I think it would be unfortunate to have a blanket exception for agriculture insisted upon by the Taiwan side, because I see so much opportunity for the better managed, better regulated, high brand value, dependable, organic, green food businesses of Taiwan. The Taiwan farmer that knows how to produce high quality product at a much higher price. For that opportunity of serving the more advanced China market to be lost would be unfortunate. I'll tell you a small anecdote. About 4 years ago, I took Tom Friedman from the New York Times to Chongming Island, north of Shanghai, where some people had the idea of building an organic farming feeder system that would support the very expensive restaurants of Shanghai nowadays. In the same way that Marin County feeds San Francisco, or the Hudson River Valley feeds New York City restaurants with organic produce. Great idea, but within months of putting made in Chongming on the side of organic mushroom boxes, there were counterfeit made in Chongming mushrooms showing up in Shanghai. Impossible for China's institutions, mainland China's institutions, to support the creation of a high-end, high-value agriculture business that can make farmers rich. Taiwan can do that. Every time I go to Taiwan, I revel in the quality of the food systems I see. It would be, I think, a missed opportunity for agriculture to be treated the way we treated it 10 years ago in trade agreements, as something to entirely take off the table and miss the opportunity to give farmers something new to do that could make them rich in the new era.
We still have perhaps 2 or 3 months before the final signing, and the content is changing somewhat even now. So one question one has to ask is, what finally will be the scope of the content of ECFA? Second, apart from the economic implications, which seem to be favorable, I think generally ECFA sounds like a good thing for Taiwan, but we still don't know any details. And I'm concerned, of course, about the political details. For cross-strait relations, what will be the form of the signing? What implications will that have for the contest and the relations between the government on Taiwan and the government in the mainland? And as I said in the discussion, I'm also interested in what will be the institutions for approving ECFA domestically in Taiwan, and what will be the institutions for reviewing its implementation if it's approved. And I think this is very important. What role will the legislature play? Will there be a special committee? The whole question of the referendum. These are important questions for Taiwan's government and democracy, not only for ECFA, but for future important agreements that Taiwan will be making. Finally, there's the question, will the mainland allow Taiwan to make free trade agreements with other countries in the area? And that we didn't discuss too much. It seems to be uncertain at this point. Nobody really knows. And yet that's a very important factor for the Taiwan people and government in determining ECFA's approval. So we need to know much more about, will the mainland agree to allow Taiwan to make related agreements with other countries?